Will X402 tokens replace the ISO20022 compatible tokens that everybody was talking about in 2024 and 2025 as we looked at Swift and the migration that we thought were going to take place at that time? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about some recent announcements coming out of Base, Amazon Web Services, Algorand, HBAR, Ripple. All of these different projects or companies are looking at X402. For people that don't know what X402 is, X402 is going to be the system that's going to allow agentic payments, machine-to-machine payments, pay per API. All these things is what the future commerce will be as you have AI agents making purchases for you, trading deals for you, all these things. And you need the X402 capability to make that happen. And if you have been following this channel for a little bit now, you've probably seen these two videos here, which we go more in depth with X402 and show you what it's doing, how it works, all those things. So those videos will be down in the pinned comments as well as the video description as well, should you want to check that out. And let's go ahead and get into it, guys. This is going to come from Cointelegraph on June 16th, 2026. And this is an announcement that has to do with Base, X402, and Amazon Web Services. Check this out. Major move here if you haven't figured that out yet. Check it out. It says the latest. Coinbase, AWS have integrated X402, allowing websites and APIs on AWS CloudFront and WAF to accept payments from AI agents. So as I was saying before, this is a big move just because as we look at the future of payments, they are going to be done through your AI agent. And this is what we talk about when we hear agentic payments. This is just simply you setting up your AI agent to make these trades, these deals, your purchases for you. And as we get more complex into it, as we've been talking about Silcoin on this channel as well, their token Quate, we're looking at how they are making the possibility and the capabilities for robots to communicate and transact with each other. And this is where that X402 is going to come into play as well. So let's think about 5 to 10 years down the road when this is in full scale and everything's being done through X402. In my opinion, I think it's going to be important that you carry both of these tokens that are ISO20022 compatible, compliant, whatever you want to call it, and as well to have the ability for the X402 transactions as well. And you'll find that some of these actually overlap with both of them, such as XRP, Algorand, HBAR. So these are the ones I'm personally look at, but let's go ahead and get into the rest of this video here, guys. And if you made it this far in already, please hit that like button if you like this kind of content where we're bringing you some facts and give you different ways to look at the crypto space as a whole. And consider subscribing if this is something that you find interest in. And thank you to everybody that has already subscribed. You guys are amazing. Now let's move into this post that we talked about the other day, but let's bring it back into our memory so we have a better picture of what's really going on. So check this out. And just in case you guys missed this as well, this comes out on June 10th, 2026. So check it out from Ripple. It says, as AI agents began transacting on behalf of businesses, payments need more than speed. They need trust, control, and clear rules for how value moves. We are helping build the infrastructure for trusted agent-driven payments with the XRP Ledger and RLUSD, helping them lay the foundation for future commerce. So this came out June 10th. Then we have this from ChartNerd TA. It says, and this comes out on June 16th as well. It says, probably nothing. AWS just plugged into X402 to accept agentic payments. T54 provide the XRP Ledger X402 facilitator, enabling secure XRP and RLUSD X402 powered agentic payments. Ripple AWS, Ripple T54, Ripple X402 interconnected. And these are the documents down here. If you want to read about that, all my research is in my video description below under sources. You will see it there. And then from Bank XRP, we have X402 Foundation, AWS, Coinbase, American Express, Circle, Cloudflare, Google. Now XRP Ledger just plugged into the same rail. T54 added XRP Ledger as a supported chain, letting AI agents pay XRP or RLUSD for APIs, inference, and compute. Big names, clear signal. So as we're looking at this, we are witnessing all the major players of the legacy system move over. We're talking about AWS, Cloudflare, Google. Of course, these are big steps forward to seeing the true adoption of crypto, right? We're looking at X402 becoming the new standard. So in my opinion, as we look at 2027, we need to look back first and look at 2025. 2025 was the year of stablecoin. Stablecoin is what is needed for these agents to trade. Then we look at 2026. 2026 is the year for institutional adoption. We are seeing RWA tokenization on a mass scale. The stock market is slowly being tokenized. At the same time, we are seeing payments switch over to this agentic commerce, right? Very exciting stuff. And as you've been following this channel, we've been talking about projects like Algorand and HBAR and what they're doing. So check this out. This comes out from Algorand, and this is going to be more of a refresher. If you've been following the channel, you are aware of this already, but for you guys that are maybe new to it, check it out here with me. It says Algorand, seamless online crypto payments for agentic commerce on Algorand. What is X402? So I'll read this right quick for you guys that are trying to catch up. It says X402 is an emerging payment standard developed by Coinbase development platform that leverages HTTP 402 payment required status code to enable autonomous AI agent payments over blockchain rails. X402 enables micropayments to scale and support use cases such as paper API access, on-demand compute, and access premium data content. And you look down here, it says why X402 on Algorand, low transaction fees, predictable performance, Algorand composability, smart contracts, instant deterministic finality, stablecoin support, zero downtime, native atomic transaction grouping. And you can see the different use cases you can have for this on Algorand, which again was micropayments, agentic payments, pay per API call, machine-to-machine payments, pay-as-you-go, and subscription and renewals. So this is pretty exciting for anybody that's following Algorand. Algorand this year has definitely caught a new breath in life. They are up and running in a massive way. So if you've kind of been sleeping on Algorand, I highly suggest you check them out. Now let's move into HBAR, Hedera, right? So we have XRP, we have Algorand. Now let's check out Hedera, another project using X402. So check it out here. It says X402 payment standard on Hedera. Use Hedera's official X402 payment scheme to settle HBAR and HTS token payment inside HTTP requests for apps, APIs, and AI agent transactions. It says what X402 actually is and what it's not. X402 is a HTTP native standard, stateless and per request, settlement agnostic, shared rulebook. What it's not a blockchain or a new payment network, not a custodial processor, not for streaming or multi-hop routing, not a general agentic wallet. So Algorand, Hedera, XRP, all these different projects are moving to X402. Stellar, I'm sure, is either there or they will be, and Solana as well. So we're seeing these other chains become X402 capable as well. And that just shows you another signal that this is going to be a big move. My question to you guys is, if 2027 is the year of agentic commerce, which projects do you want to be invested in right now while the market is down and before this takes off in a big scale? That's not financial advice, just something to give you to think about. Now I want to wrap it up here talking about Michael Manos. He is now the new Chief Information Officer at Swift. And I want to kind of play around with this a little bit just to kind of give you something to think about. This is just something I want to share with you guys, so check it out here. This comes from Swift. This is coming out on June 16, 2026. It says, we are pleased to welcome Michael, Chief Information Officer at Swift, bringing over 3 decades of experience in leading large-scale technology organizations. Michael will play a key role in advancing our platform strategy, enhancing resilience, security, and innovation in support of the global financial system. It says, in this role, Michael will oversee our focus on post-quantum cryptography, our response for frontier AI, and multi-year roadmap to adopt new cryptographic standards, ensuring interoperability and uninterrupted services as the threat landscape evolves. But I want to point out here from Michael, this is his LinkedIn. You'll see Michael here, but his LinkedIn, of course, Chief Information Officer at Swift. But what gets interesting down here is his past experience. What I'm going to point out here is CTO for AOL Services, responsible for global technology operations and development platforms for AOL services, which include all subscription-based verticals, right? But then we also have, he was working with Nokia, general manager at Microsoft, senior director at Walt Disney Entertainment. But what I really want to show you is that, keep this in mind, at AOL, where was I? Right here, AOL from January 2011 through 2014. But guess who else was at AOL? You guessed it, Brad Garlinghouse. So Brad Garlinghouse worked for AOL, but the key difference here, as you may know for people that follow him closely, is the key difference is he left AOL in 2011. At the time, we saw Michael coming in. And the question to you is it possible that Michael and Brad know one another? Did they overlap at all? Because what a coincidence, they both come from AOL and now they're both in payments for cryptocurrency, right? I just want to throw that on your radar. That was just something for fun. It's interesting, the connection there. It's a pretty small world, I guess, but just tossing that out there for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed something in this video. If you did, please consider hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of information. And before I let you guys go, take care of yourself. Take care of the people around you. Become the change you want to see in the world. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will catch you on the next one.